Okay, ladies, so we're taking a look at this problem, x cubed minus x squared minus 14x plus 24. And we know that x plus 4 is a factor, and we want to see if we can figure out the other factor. So you can think of this almost like an area problem, where this expression here represents the total area of this rectangle. And one of the side lengths is this expression x plus 4. So what we can actually do is we can replace this side length with an x and a 4. And remember, this is the area that we want to kind of result with. So there's a little bit of a puzzle that goes on in here that we can use this information to try to figure out what are all the pieces? What is this length, and how does that relate to this total area function? Well, if you remember, when we were multiplying out our polynomials, we saw that these terms on the diagonals tended to combine. We're going to use that concept in this problem. So I know I need to get an x cubed as my result. So x times what would give me an x cubed? X times what would give me an x cubed? Well, that would be an x squared. Okay, so we have that piece. Now, if this is the length of this little part of my rectangle, then it should stand to say that this piece here must be 4 times x squared should be 4x squared. So this should be here 4x squared. All right, so now we're chugging along. The next part is not as necessarily intuitive, but it's not bad either. So if you look at the next term in our polynomial function is a negative x squared. Well, in this case, we just added on 4x squared. So somehow we have to take this negative 4x squared and make it into a negative 1x squared. So how many x squareds would you need to take away to make a 4x squared into a negative x squared? Minus 5. So this should be a minus 5x squared. Ooh, interesting. Now look at all the information we have. We know this is x times something gave us a negative 5x squared. So that should be x times negative 5x. And now if I know this length, I can go negative 5x times 4 is negative 20x. Ooh-hoo-hoo. All right, so now we're in this situation where we have to figure out this piece of information. So I have a negative 20x. I want it to be a negative 14x. So negative 20x plus 6x would give me a negative 14. So if this right here was a 6x, that should give me my negative 14. Okay, so if I know this is 6, then x times 6 should give me 6x. And then 6 times 4, oh, what do you know? It gives me 24. How exciting! All right, so now we know what this other factor is. It's x squared minus 5x plus 6. But I wonder if we could write this expression in another way in addition to that. Do you notice how x squared minus 5x plus 6 could actually factor into linear factors? X minus 2, x minus 3. That's a directional bit, and we're going to talk about that a little more. But we have our answer. The other factor here should be x squared minus 5x plus 6. I hope that video helps you out as you try to attempt these other ones.